yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense. That good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they can't left and they so mad, it's like
good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense. That good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense.
yeah, hey, look what I got. New whip with no top. Cooking up no stove top. Ice cold, no snow drop. Big budget ass, big facts. Big money in the contract. Been running no contact. New record with the new tracks. Yeah, they been sending me new plaques. I don't really need new plaques. Nah, big rock with the suplex. Yeah, new rock got a new flex. Yeah, I'm current, I'm a new trend. Now boys with the full scent. Yeah, like I said, no new friends. We don't really need new friends.
Good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense. That good thing, yeah, I found.
Swolenormous.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling.
The bus on.
Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing, 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 test, 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 testing, 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 testicles, testing, testicles, testicles, testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 1192 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beardcast, broadcast, gamecast, mancast, pimpcast, loosecast, slaycast in the realm, because when I flex you flex, we all flex our biceps. What is going on, beaches, booshes, bustas, hustlers, and ho-hos? What's going on, you beaches? Did someone say testicles? I sure did. I sure did. I surely did. Surely, Papa Swolio, you didn't say testicles. Yeah, surely I did. Yes, I did. Yes. That's what we do here. That's what we do here. So for those of you that are catching on Instagram, if you want your question featured live on the show, make sure you go and drop your comments over on the YouTube channel. That way I could show them up on the screen, and you can subscribe at Daily Swole Podcast. So live every single day, everyone that's checking out, best place to catch it live is on the YouTube at Daily Swole Podcast. So make sure you hit that bell. Best place to get your notifications, get your comments shown on the screen, all that good stuff. And of course, here we go without further ado, everyone's favorite, the Papa Swolio Cam. What's up, baby girl? Mama. Yeah, say hi to everyone. You're on the Daily Sleazy. You're on the sleaze, baby. That's right, the little Papa Swolio Cam. What's up, you sexy girl? Carly's ready for some sick gains. Julie's ready for some sick gains. What up? Afternoon, Papa. Hello, Curtis. Hello. What's going on Instagram? What's good? Oh, what's up, Rollins? How you doing, bro? How you doing, bro? I just caught you on Instagram. So, all right, we're good for the Sunday Funday Q&A. Let's get off the Papa Swolio Cam. Let's get it off. If you're on Instagram, you can't see the Papa Swolio Cam. So go over to YouTube and subscribe on the Daily Swole Podcast channel and pinch your fucking nips. Get your coffee. I am on fire today. Papa Swolio is en fuego. I am on fire. Let me see. Check my packages. We got packages coming today. Got to make sure that my neighbor doesn't steal them. Oh, yeah, it's coming. It's coming. Got some new juicy juice coming. Shh, it's a secret. It's a secret. All right, so we got the Sunday Funday Q&Anus. If you're new to the Slamcast, every Sunday I take your questions. Thank you. Oh, geez, I'm breathtaking. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Is it that obvious? Jesus Christ. Thank you, breathtaking. I don't think breathtaking is quite the word, but I appreciate the sentiments. So I am going to be taking your questions. So if you got the questions, drop them below. If you're on YouTube, I will pull them up on the screen, and this is your opportunity to ask whatever you want to ask. This is the Sunday Funday Q&Anus, and the purpose of the Q&Anus is to make sure that I answer as many questions as possible. And sometimes you're asking questions during the podcast when I can't answer them. So now is your time, and I am paying attention. I am paying attention right now to your questions, whatever they are. I mean, if they're really fucking stupid, I'm going to make fun of you. I'll make fun of you. If you're asking a question, you're leaving yourself wide open to be made fun of, just so you know. Maybe it's your screen name. Maybe it's your question. All right, Jonathan Johan Brühl. Oh, good name, Johan Brühl. My name is Johan, and I have the 2 dots over my U. I guess the umlaut. Is that an umlaut? Yeah. All right. Hi, Papa. Is there any part of your life where you would consider yourself unhealthy right now, or you mean in the past? Unhealthy? I mean, I'm trying to get better sleep. Sleep is a challenge because sometimes I'm up late because I have to be. So I'm not always consistent with my sleep, if that's what you're referring to. That would be my answer if I heard your question correctly. Chelsea, hey, Papas, I sometimes get, quote, air bubbles in my calf when I stretch from waking up or sitting for too long, and it hurts a lot. Would foam rolling help? Should I do it before or after weightlifting? I don't think you're getting air bubbles in your calf, dear. I don't think that's what it is. It could be some other type of gas. It could be, you don't get just bubbles. You're not carbonating in your calf, but maybe you're just feeling some kind of like pressure buildup or something. Would foam rolling help? It could be. I don't really know exactly what's going on with you. So I'm not going to tell you in case there's something medical going on, like out of my scope of practice. You could foam roll before lifting. You could foam roll after lifting too. So try that. I mean, you're asking, should you? Sure, you could. I don't know what's going on, so I couldn't exactly tell you. But if it causes you pain, if it hurts, I mean, foam rolling can hurt and it'll be uncomfortable. But if it causes bad type of pain, not like, deep massage release pain, if it actually causes pain, then discontinue it and get it looked at. You don't want to fuck with that shit. You don't want to fuck with that. Let's see here. I don't have nips, but I pinched my scar. Well, there you go. You're the breast cancer survivor. Good for you. I love the sense of humor, though. Good sense of humor. NASM Craig, I wonder where you're certified by, or who you're certified by. What's my choice of beard oil brand? I don't have the brand off the top of my head. I mean, most of them are good. As long as you're getting stuff like jojoba oil, argan oil, that has a nice blend. Personally, I'm not a big fan of fragrances. I don't like the extra scents because sometimes, you have to be careful and know where they're coming from. As long as they're coming from essential oils, something nice. But I usually I use a straightener and I put oil on before, and then I usually like a little bit of a light balm because I tend to get, my beard's really like thick and rigid and it'll like stick out sometimes. So I have to straighten it. My beard hair is soft, but I'll wake up in the morning and it'll look like a bird's nest. I've had people actually criticize me, you straighten your beard? Bro, if I don't straighten my beard, it takes like 2 seconds. It's not like I'm fucking grooming for an hour. It takes 2 seconds. If I don't do that, my beard is everywhere. I can't, it's fucking horrific. So absolutely, it's a necessity. You are swoliest looking Papa. Oh, why, thank you. Oh, cheers. Cheers to the swoliest. Cheers. Here, have some coffee. Can you see it? I don't want to pour it on my computer. That'd be the thing, right? I'm actually showing you the coffee, and then I go to show you, and then I pour it all over my shit. Okay, Captain Howdy. Papa, you ever going to do a video on all this shit you have to go through to make these videos? What do you mean all this shit? Video and all to go through to make these videos? You mean like the podcast? I mean, all the shit? It's not really, it's just a routine. I don't know what you mean. the juggling act you go through to get guests on your podcast. I ask and they say yes, and then we Skype and we go on live. I guess there's a lot more to it than that. I'm just used to it. Am I ever going to make a video on it? Probably not. I don't really have any, don't have any intent on doing like a video like that. Vivian Scortino, do you love me? Do you love me? I certainly do not love you. Not in that sense. I appreciate you being here, but love? No, I do not. Helen Shaye or Shal. Good names. A lot of double L's. Helen Shal. Hi, Papa. Should you still work out if you're only getting 4 to 5 hours of sleep a day? That's it. You're going to be chronically sleep deprived. And like I mentioned earlier, I'm not the ideal sleep person in terms of, I know it's important. I really encourage all of you to get better sleep, but that's one of my challenges because sometimes I have to do stuff late at night and I have to get up early. And sometimes you have to, I tend to get enough sleep, but it's also the quality of the sleep and you want it to be consistent too. You don't want to just be, you don't want to be getting 8 hours of sleep or 10 hours of sleep a night and you're going to sleep at 10 p.m. and then 5 a.m. and you don't really want to be all over the place. It's going to be hard to get quality sleep. So if you're only getting 4 to 5 and for whatever reason you can't possibly get any more sleep, then yeah, you should still work out because what are you going to do? Only get 4 to 5 hours of sleep and then not exercise? It would make your health worse to not exercise. If that's your norm, it's unfortunate, but you should also look at managing your time better and trying to organize a little bit more sleep. But what are you going to do? Go through your life getting 4 to 5 hours of sleep and not exercise, or go through your life and get 4 to 5 hours of sleep and exercise? You'll benefit more from exercising, but at the same time, you don't want to crush you'll have to adapt. You'll have to do your best. That's a tough question because that's a tough thing to answer because obviously you want more sleep, but if you can't, and it's the trade-off of either working out or not working out, you want to work out. Thank you for tuning in. Oppressed by Gravity. Thank you. Is 8 hours a night enough or more? Some people need more, some people need less. I couldn't speak on exactly how much sleep that you need personally. But some people, I think there's like a genetic mutation where you can get a good night's sleep as a person with like 5 hours, but it's a genetic rarity. Some people can get 5 hours of sleep and be rested, healed, feel good. But most people need more. I feel like I need a lot more. I feel like I need 8, 9, 10 hours of sleep. I could sleep like a fucking cat. Jack Dan MCL, what are your favorite veggies and how do you prepare them? I like broccoli. I like broccoli steamed. I like it roasted. I like asparagus. I like Brussels sprouts roasted. I like a lot of vegetables. I don't think there are really any that I do not like. Lisla, did you see the Instagram DM I sent? I don't know. You're messaging me on YouTube. How the hell am I going to know what your name is on Instagram? We would love to do that for you. You have any idea? I guess you probably don't, but how many DMs I get. Chances are, everyone, if you send me a DM, it's going to be very hard for me to respond. I try to respond to all of them, and to respond again, to have like a conversation, it'll take me days. So every time I answer someone, I get new requests and then people respond to the ones I answered. So it's not the best way to communicate. Sometimes you catch me, sometimes you don't. So I never ignore messages. I just can't answer them all physically. So I spend time in the DMs every day, but at the same time, I can't see all the messages. So I have no idea what you sent or anything like that. I have a cold. Should I not work out? Can I just do yoga? I feel weird skipping days. That's in your head. Do yoga. If you have a cold, you shouldn't be wearing your body down more, in my experience. Did you all see that stupid commercial for the pectoral flex device on YouTube? Nope. There's tons of shit like that all the time. I haven't seen the latest piece of shit. Johan, do you go to a barber or do you cut your beard? Mama Solio does my grooming. Otherwise, I would go somewhere. Do you ever eat any form of junk food or sweets? I mean, I love fruit. I feel like the food I eat is delicious. I really don't cheat or have anything off. And if there's dessert somewhere on a rare occasion, I'll be like, all right, I'll have a bite or I'll have a little bit. But I usually don't. I prefer fruit. I'll prefer watermelon or grapes or apples or something like that. Or my frozen fruit bowl, like frozen strawberries and blackberries and raspberries. I prefer that shit. Is my podcast better on Facebook than Instagram? Oh yeah, you're getting HD video and the audio. It's better on YouTube actually. That's the best place to watch it. So yeah, I'm not prioritizing Instagram anymore because the last couple of days Instagram Live was cutting out audio, so I'm kind of going live just to let people know that I am live, but I recommend going and subscribing and on the YouTube, because then if you ask questions, I could pull up your questions on the screen and stuff, and Instagram's just through the phone. So it's all right. I make natural body products. I should send you a beard blend. Send us an email. I don't do sponsorships or anything like that, but you know, if I like the product, I mean, I usually don't market brands or mention them unless I like them, but so if you send me something, it's me saying thank you. I'm very transparent with that too. It's like a lot of people want to send you something and a lot of people want to send you something and send you something so you give them a shout out. Not saying that you do. Just a lot of people, I get a lot of messages like that. Like, hey, we'd love to send you some this so you can, and you know, just tag us in your something. Like, don't send me something asking for me to tag you and shout out your thing. Like you're offering to send this to me. Oh, thank you for hooking me up to shout you out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So it's totally cool though. If you want to send it to me, at least do it without any kind of ulterior motive. Share the love, but I'm happy to try it. I want to send you my feet pics. That's fucked up. Don't send me any of those. Young Behemoth, I sent an Instagram message to you showing you before and after. Thank you. I appreciate it. I love seeing those messages. Don't get me wrong. I love getting DMs from all of you. I love getting DMs. I just like trying to answer them all. I just feel bad when I can't answer them. Or sometimes I go and I accept a request and then something happens and I have to scroll back and then I can't find the message because it's not in my unread because it was sent before whatever I was answering and I can't find the message. So sometimes I accept a request and I've seen the message and then you might see that I've seen it, but then I lose it. So it's tough. Do the best I can. Just letting you know, if you send me a message and you don't hear back from me, it's just, do I do videos on organizations like cults? I don't know. Why don't you ask a question? Be more specific. What are you talking about? Hey there, was wondering if you have any suggestions about correcting muscle imbalances. 100% symmetry isn't possible. Yeah, train the ones that are weaker more and practice yoga will help you align. Silly question. Weaker muscles, smaller muscles, train them more. You're welcome, Jason. You're welcome, dude. What are some foods, ingredients to stay away from for clean bulking? Things that don't treat your body well. If you do an elimination diet, you'll have those answers already. That's why I recommend an elimination diet. You figure out which foods work best for you and then you eat those. And then it doesn't matter what I answer this question. Some of you are going to have issues with foods that other people won't have issues with. For me personally, I think sweet potatoes are the ultimate carbohydrate for me. I feel better when I have them over white rice, over regular potatoes. Sweet potatoes digest really well. I feel great on them. I get great pumps. I get great recovery. I like the taste. They digest well. I eat them before a workout, like an hour before. I just love them. I love them. Doesn't mean that you love them. Some of you are going to fucking hate sweet potatoes. Okay, you don't like the taste. They don't feel good. You feel bloated. Maybe you have diarrhea. I don't know. So that's why it's important for you to customize nutrition. That's why I talk about customizing nutrition a lot. Trevor, what's the best way to recover from your workout? Sleep, hydration, foam rolling, yoga, all that stuff is good. What kind of breed is Puppa? She is half Chihuahua and half Jack Russell. So she's sleeping hard right now. She's resting. If you don't know what I'm talking about, on Instagram, we're on the Puppa Solio cam. Look at that. Sexy beige. Let's see. What percentage or calorie amount of your daily macro do you think can be for sweet or unhealthy? Unhealthy? What are you talking about? What percentage of your daily macros 300 calories or 15% of your daily calories from unhealthy shit? No, that's way too much. I think you're thinking about your nutrition all wrong. If you're trying to eat healthy so you can cheat, I think you're fundamentally in the wrong place. You're in the wrong state of mind. That's not the right question. Don't like those questions. What can you do? You're asking me what you can get away with. What about trying to maximize your results and putting in full effort? Unless you're just exercising so you can eat shit and you're not concerned with your actual health. You're eating 15% shit calories every day. You're not going to be in a good shape, in a good position. Has nothing to do with abs or being lean. You don't want to be eating shit 15% of your life. Isabel Moody. Oh my God, this is the first time I've ever caught a live. Well, welcome to the Mancast. My question is, what would you recommend for those of us who self-sabotage with mindless eating? I find myself reaching for food without thinking. I would start meditating and start paying attention to what you're doing during the day. Nothing's mindless. You just have bad habits. You're not sleep eating. You're still fucking grabbing for the food and you're so aware of it, you're asking me this question on a live broadcast. You have terrible habits and you need to fix your habits. Why are you self-sabotaging? It means you really don't want what you say you want. What are you trying to accomplish? I would go inside. I would go internal. I would start meditating. Become more mindful of your actions during the day. And get a good support system. If it's about the training and you don't know what to do for physical training, a program. If you don't know how to start eating healthier, you need to have a good regimented nutrition approach. That would be a great place to get on with it. If you need accountability and support, you need that too. You know what? I mean, literally, this is what we do inside Swolenormous X. So for any of you that are listening, you could check out the site. You can feel free to send a message to our Facebook page, live chat on the website. You know, this is why I do this and why I have Swolenormous X. So the podcast, I love talking to you and spreading a message and putting information out there. But Swolenormous X is where everything is organized and structured. So those aspects are all important for everyone, all of you listening. You need to have a progressive training program. You need to have your nutrition on lock. You need to be having recovery time within your program so you can recover. You need to be practicing mobility and yoga. You need to be surrounded by people that are going to keep you focused and keep you on track and inspire you to keep on pushing harder. That's all it is. You need to create a community. And if you don't have a good tribe at home, if your family is fat and they're unhealthy, or your coworkers are fat and unhealthy, and all your friends that you hang out with are fucking wastes of life, think about how you're going to be. You're just surrounding yourself with negativity and people that don't give a shit. You have to surround yourself with people that do give a shit. And that's one of the benefits of the internet. And that's what everyone's using the internet for poisonous fucking shit, right? You're just swiping through shit, right? We talk about mindless eating, mindless swiping, just spending time online. The internet is amazing if you use it for amazing things. A lot of people just spew bullshit and try to take. We're here with a community. We're doing a podcast. Like, this can be used for good. It can be used for helping people. And if you surround yourself with people online, you don't need to know them in person. You can surround yourself with that kind of fucking energy. And we're all real people behind these screen names. You're seeing my face. I can't see your face. Maybe you have a pretty face. Maybe you have a jacked up, busted face, but I still love you. Still love your shit. Still love your fucking ugly mug, you beaches and booshes. Still fucking love you. Oh, thank you. I'm pretty good at responding. Thank you. I'm trying to scroll through some of these questions. Fatini KRP, is it possible to be healthy when I have to study and take lessons for 12 hours a day? Sure. You got to eat right. Eat healthy food. For sure. Eat healthy food. I mean, exercise is priorities. Maybe you can't exercise as much as someone who has more time, but either you do it or you don't. Sad Savage Spartan. I'm going to have to scroll through on YouTube and get some other questions. So if you ask them, just copy and paste and ask again, maybe if I didn't see it, because I'm going to have to scroll. I don't have any certifications, but I have a home gym and I want to start offering personal training. My experience has only been friends and family. What do you suggest would be the first step towards that goal? you want to do personal training in your home. I personally wouldn't do that just because of the liability, because they're on your property and you have to make sure you got all that worked out with like insurance and training, and that could be really high risk. I mean, that's just from I personally wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't want people coming to my house. So that's up to you. I would get a certification. You don't have any certifications, you're going to need one if you want to get insurance in most situations. And plus, certifications will give you credibility, and it'll give you the ability to promote and advertise with more credibility for your population. Most of your population will probably be 30 plus, probably 40, 50 years old. And you're going to want to have some credibility and some credentials with some at least minimum capacity, and the proof of that with the certification. So a certification certainly doesn't make you a good trainer, and I would shadow people. I would get more experience. Friends and family is great. It's a great place to start, but I honestly would say you should put some time in like a box gym. Because if you're in a box gym, like a big, like a corporate gym, like an LA Fitness or something similar to that, whatever it is, you're going to get a lot of volume. You're going to experience being around a lot of different people. You're going to experience a lot of people coming in with different goals. You're going to experience the sales aspect of it. Talking to people that are full of shit, handling people. You need more repetitions. You have some experience, but that's what experience is. So a certification is okay, cool. You have a piece of paper. You are able to circle the right answer out of 4. Like, whoa, you have a certification, big fucking deal. You need repetitions with people. And the more people you talk to and the more clients you have, the more you can help people, like the better you'll be at helping the next person. So it's only going to make your own private business better. Plus, when you're training people at a big gym, sometimes they know someone else that doesn't go to their gym and they say, hey, do you train outside here? Not that you're poaching clients from the gym. I don't recommend that. If they catch you, they'll usually terminate you, but you can go and train, like invite that person, write their reference or that referral, and you can get them maybe into your private training. So a lot of times that happens. Like, oh, my sister wants to work out. She's not a member here though. Do you do training outside? Do you go to people's houses? You could say, oh no, I have X, Y, and Z, blah, blah. So that's a good way to branch out. You can transition from there. Those gyms, those big chain gyms are very transient. The big chain gyms are people come in, they leave. You might have 1 or 2 OGs that are there for, I've been training in this gym for 10 years, but usually people are there like a year or 2 and they leave. Personal training's like bartending. It's just like people are in and out. Everyone's a trainer. Everyone knows a trainer. What's up, Yolanda? Hey, Papa, I'm saving to join the Swolenormous X fam right now. Which of your programs do you recommend I join? I'm a beginner. Well, there's only one membership. It's either monthly or annual. So it's all included. So that's what's unique with Swolenormous X than a lot of places have like this program and that program. It's an entire fitness paradise in Swolenormous X. So you have full programs like the 90-day dash. You can customize your programs, and I add additional programs. There's shoulder corrective, there's shoulder awareness programs, developing a glute awareness program, Swole season program, hypertrophy programs being developed. So that we're adding a lot of new programs like the second half of the year into 2020. A lot more full programs are being added. But we have like an entire workout archive where you can customize your own. We have a yoga studio where you can just click on whatever fucking class you want any time of day. There are Swolga classes, which are yoga classes that I teach that are about 20 to 35 minutes. There are Swollen 7, which are mobility workouts, 7-minute mobility workouts you can do. There's Brain Gains meditation section. There's a kitchen that walks you through the elimination diet with recipes and lifestyle, macro, if you want to learn how to count macros, if you want to do keto or paleo, like there's so much shit in there. So much shit, master classes, the private community, so much stuff. And I know I just went through on a rant, but if you're a beginner, that's why Swolenormous X is the best place to be. And even if you're just coming back to your training, if you're experienced, we have a lot of personal trainers in X and fitness and medical professionals, just because it's a lot more than just a program. So that's why it's the Swolenormous experience. It's not, hey, which program? And I know that's what most people think, like, oh, your program. They call it a program, but it's not a program. That's why it's a family, it's a community, it's a whole thing. And a lot of people just do one-off things. They just do one program that does this, one that does this. Well, then when it ends, it fucking ends. The whole point of that's why it's a membership, because your fitness doesn't end. It's always developing and adjusting, and we're always adding new things for that reason. So I hope that answers your question. Hell yeah, David. Finally decided to try restorative yin yoga. Didn't feel like it was doing much. Then the next day I had a nagging hamstring injury I've been dealing with, was almost completely better. It's legit magic. Told ya. Where'd you do the yin? I love yin. We have yin classes inside Swolenormous X for those of you that are interested in trying that. Yin's the fucking best. Is it better to be loved or feared? Loved. Let's see. Frozen grapes are amazing. They sure are. One of my favorites. I love it. Listening to you, Swolenormous from Seattle. Give him hell. Always giving him hell. It's Papa Swole, yo. Aronia berries are the best for you. Aronia berries. What are those? CK, should I focus on a particular body part when working out or doing a whole body workout? I haven't been to the gym in a year and just started back. Plus, I'm overweight too. You're going to want, from what it sounds like, because you haven't been working out, stick to full body. Stick to full body to start. Do full body like 2 or 3 times a week. See how you're doing, and then start breaking it up into maybe push, pull, upper, lower, stuff like that. I would go from 3 days a week. A great progression is doing total body 3 days a week. And then when you're ready, separating it and moving towards either push, pull or upper, lower. So then you're training 4 days a week. So upper and then lower, a day or two rest, upper, lower, and then add in yoga in between. That'd be a great place to start. My recommendation, without knowing much about you. So, holy question. Holly, what are your thoughts on eating a range of foods when pregnant? I feel that when I get pregnant in the future, I'll want to eat a range of food to ensure the kid doesn't become severely allergic. So I have no fucking idea. I'll cross that bridge. I have no idea. I know if you expose your kid, if you're keeping them from certain foods, they're going to have allergic reactions. But I'm not so concerned with like pregnancy and stuff yet. Until I have until I need to, from personal, I'm not really, I haven't really gone down that road. If you're the one that's pregnant and you're going to be going down that road, you better fucking research the shit out of it. So I know you're just asking a general opinion, but haven't really given it that much thought. So I don't want to give necessarily a whole answer because I haven't thought that whole concept through and gone down that rabbit hole. Fallen angel. I tend to get anxious when eating out because I'm not able to accurately estimate the calories in the meals I choose. Any tips for this? Why are you getting anxious? You're not able to accurately, so either don't eat out, bring your food, or just keep it to a smaller quantity. What's your goal? If your concern is overeating, just eat until you're 75% full. Don't eat all the food. Don't get seconds. Like, don't overdo it. You'll be fine. And if you do go over, it's one meal or one day. It's not going to make a difference unless you're doing it every day for weeks and months. So that's my tip. Just fucking don't worry about it. If you're going to eat out, if you're going to go, like, listen, think about it this way. If you're eating out, and let's be fucking honest. If you're going to eat out, you are consciously making the decision to fuck up. Let's just put that out there. I'm not saying you are fucking up. I'm not saying you shouldn't eat out ever. I'm not saying you should hate yourself, but I'm saying you are opening the door for error and for chaos. Can we agree on that? If you're eating out, you're relinquishing control of your food. You are going to make a decision whether or not the chef in the back cooked it right, whether they cooked it in XYZ oil, whether they used a spice that bothers you, whether it's good quality or rotten or whatever it is. If you're going to go eating out, you're already like, I'm taking this meal as a loss. Just assume it's a loss. Doesn't mean it will be, but you're not going to go out and get a meal and have all the control. So anytime you don't have control, there's more of a risk. It's just the fact of the matter. When I went out to get sushi, that could easily get me sick. It's just raw fish and it has to be handled and procured a certain way. And if it's not, that's one of the most common things, right? You had raw seafood and you felt sick. I've never had that experience, knock on wood, but that's the risk. There is a risk there. So, yeah, like if you're going out and you're worried about the calories, it's like, well, then don't go out. Think about that. Don't go out. You can bring an app with you, but it's not necessarily going to be accurate. And it's never really accurate. Nothing gets absorbed 100%. So even if you eat 300 calories, it's not like every single ounce of calorie is getting absorbed and utilized. You're shitting stuff out. You're shitting calories out too, fam. It doesn't all get absorbed. Helen, what's your take on CBD oil for sleep and recovery? Try it. You tell me. I currently work nights and struggle. CBD oil for sleep, I would try it. I haven't heard anything bad about it. I've only heard good things. I've used it before. I just didn't notice anything. I couldn't tell. I didn't see like, wow, it helps me sleep so much better. I can go to sleep. So I think it does work. I just don't have all the experience from all the different types. I'm sure like anything else, some are better than others too. See, look at this. I told you all, everyone on Instagram, you got people on YouTube that are showing up saying, oh my God, I just switched from Instagram to YouTube. Huge difference. It's so much better. I'm telling you, of course it's better. That's why I'm telling everyone on Instagram to go watch on YouTube. Shane, I agree. This is a lot better on YouTube than Insta. I'm telling you, I know. These people over here, they don't know. YouTube at Daily Swole Podcast, Instagram peeps. I've thought about not broadcasting on Instagram, but then people on Instagram that are just YouTube illiterate or don't like to use a period. But I'm probably going to phase Instagram out. No one gets alerts. We have hundreds of people watching and coming in and out on YouTube. And there's like 10 people on Instagram. I get no fucking alerts. I have almost 50,000 people following the page and 15 people are here. It's so weird. And no one gets alerts. I mean, it's always a fraction, but it just goes to show, wow. You know what also makes a difference? And I've talked about this before, but not in the same context. So these apps want you to use their app. So if they're alerting you every time someone does something, and a lot of you follow way too many people. So if you're following 1,000 people, let's say 50 of them go live on the same day. What are you going to get? Alerts for fucking live all day long? No way. So if you cut down the bullshit of people that you follow, you're more likely to get the quality alerts that you want. So if you're following 5,000 fucking people, there's no way you give a shit about what 5,000 people are doing. Delete. That's why I follow like 10 or 12 people, because I don't give a fuck what people do. I really don't care. If I go and I look at their profile, if I'm curious, I type it in and I go look. I don't need to see it automatically. That's another thing. So if you want to get better alerts, cut down on how many people you follow. I'm scrolling. I'm missing some questions. Let's see here. Some of you typed them again. I already answered them. Ronia, berries and berries. Let's see here. Julia, I love the fact that when you're asked about something that you don't have experience of, you just say you don't know. You're so honest. That helps to build trust. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's one of my favorite things to do is say, I don't know. One, it saves me time. If I tell you I don't know, I don't have to answer it. But if when it's even more effective is when you actually don't fucking know and you tell people that you don't know and no one cares. Not enough people say they don't know. And a lot of people don't know shit and they talk like they do. That's the worst. If you don't know, just say you don't know. No one gets upset. I think that's what people assume. Like when you say you're a fitness expert, like I would say by any, relative to the standard, yeah, I'm a fitness expert. Are there things in fitness I don't know? Of course. There's a lot of things I don't know. Or things I don't have experience with. That's even more important. You can read something. Everyone reads something. That's like one of the issues with people like Thomas DeLauer on YouTube. When you read one study, take one study and make this whole fancy video and talk like you actually know what you're fucking talking about. And it doesn't make any sense or it's not really applicable to 99.9% of people. So it's not about what you can spew and the big sounding words and how complicated it is. Like a lot of that stuff, just you don't have command over it. The only people that have command are the people that are in labs. This shit can get really complicated really quick. And most people overcomplicate shit, especially when it comes to fitness. Things are so easy when it comes to nutrition. It just takes patience and more hard work, and most people aren't willing to put in that kind of effort. Ooh, out for delivery. Daddy's gonna get his package soon. Got a lens. Gonna see how sexy this one makes me. Maybe Daddy's gonna get sexier. Not with this one. I think I maxed out my sexiness here on YouTube. I like the setup we got going on. Here. To answer the pregnancy and allergy question, I've got 3 kids and didn't restrict anything. They're all allergic to random things genetically from dad. I'm not allergic to anything. Who knows? I'm not going to even pretend to play around with genetics and shit and epigenetics. That's some sketchy shit. Marissa Dowden, how do you recommend tracking fat loss? Are the scales that measure BMI worth it, or is there a better option? I'm assuming, are you saying BMI in terms of actual BMI? Or are you using BMI as slang for body fat percentage? Because the scales that tell you body fat percentage are loads of shit. And yeah, it's if you're like looking at body fat percentage, BMI is just your height and weight. This is a calculation with your weight in kilograms divided by your height in meters squared, if I'm saying that correctly. And that's how you calculate BMI, but that's really for people that don't exercise. Once you start exercising, that's not an accurate measurement. Swole tube. Did I see the Fatopia? I think the director or one of the guys messaged me about it. I haven't seen it. Prepare to be triggered for me? It's probably going to be triggering for the snowflakes, right? I've heard of it. Where is it available? I'm watching the Cassandra on Instagram. See, there you go. I'm watching via YouTube casted on my TV, but I'm commenting here to agree that IG sucks. How am I looking, Cassandra? How am I looking? Am I looking HD? HD nuts. The Pollies. Hello, Pollies. Can you explain why macros are important to build muscle in a calorie surplus, but in a fat loss, it seems less important being calories in versus out? Ugh, this question's a hot fucking mess. Macros are important. Macros are protein, fat, and carbs. They're important, period. They're important because they provide your body with the building blocks to build muscle and to repair. In fat loss, it seems less important. No, it's all important. But if you want to lose energy, if you want your body to take from extra energy stored in the body, you're going to have to put it in a situation where it's going to have to find energy elsewhere than your face hole. So your body is going to take from the fat around your gut, around your arms, and around other areas over time, not spot reducing, of course. So that's how your body does it. If your body needs energy and it doesn't have enough that you're fucking your mouth with garbage food, if you're not giving your body enough energy up here, your body is going to look elsewhere for energy. That's why you want to be in a slight deficit and kind of corner your body into burning more fat. You have to force it's literally you're forcing an adaptation. You're putting your body in a situation where it has no other choice but to metabolize fats and get rid of fats on the body. Ooh, it's raining out. Hopefully we don't lose power. Is Celsius drink? If you hear that, you hear a lot of like hissing in the background. It's pouring rain. Oh shit. The door's open. Damn, it's going to be loud. All right, it's all right for now. Is Celsius drink good for you, or is it just as bad as Bang? Why would you drink that? No, it's not good for you? No, it's not good for you. Ooh, it's raining hard. Watching on my TV too, much better than my phone? Of course it is. Papa Swolio streaming in HD. HD dish. These nuts. Papa, why some people eat the whole world and never get fat? Any ideas? Faster metabolism? Maybe they're not really eating as many calories as you think they are. Genetics? Who knows? They're more active. Everyone's different. But usually the difference is people that are still gaining weight, people that are gaining fat are eating too much. So it seems like relative to their size, they're not eating that much extra. But when you don't have much muscle and you're not doing any activity, it doesn't take a lot of extra calories to put on size. You might be 300 pounds, but it might only take you 1,800 calories to put on more weight. Just exaggerating. But really, your fat stored energy. It's not like maintained by the body, so to speak. You'd have to get blood work. I don't know. Is there a thing as too much fruits? Probably. Maybe the enamel in your teeth, or depending on what type of fruits, depending on if you have sensitivities. Most of your carbs and sugar intake from fruits, I would get more fiber. Just make sure you're getting enough fiber and eating your vegetables and stuff. There's no need to excessively intake fruit, but I've never had any personal experience with fruit being a negative thing. Morgan, what do you think about other fat percentage devices? I have a Sculpt. What's that? That I used to love, but recently it's been telling me I'm gaining fat and muscle even though I'm losing weight. See, I don't know. It doesn't sound like it's that accurate. Doesn't sound like it's that good. What's going on, Instagram? Holy fucking storm. Maybe I'm not going to the gym tonight. Might get some flooding. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's raining so hard. It's raining gains. Oof. Okay. Questions have slowed down. This is very light today. Very light, fam. We got anything else going on today? Let's see. I used to binge when I wasn't getting enough calories in. I increased my calorie intake and I stopped binging. Well, if you're getting in the right nutrients, if you're getting enough calories, enough value, you're not going to necessarily have the same types of cravings. If you're eating whole foods, this is where you kind of separate. Most people, or a lot of people, will just talk about how it's calories in, calories out, which is like true. But at the same time, the quantity makes a big difference. Like, you're less likely to get cravings if you're eating more quality food and more nutrient dense food. It's when you're eating a lot of junk that your body kind of goes through and it gets these empty calories and it's just energy without the nutrient value. And then you kind of get these hunger cravings like, oh shit, your insulin drops and then you're kind of still devoid of nutrients because you're just filling it with processed carbohydrates. And then your body is still fucking hungry because you never really got nutrition. You're just getting in plain sugar, but you're not getting in the vitamins, the minerals, and fiber and shit like that. You can't hear the rain? Well, that's because I got good audio equipment, but it's like white out storm right now. Perfect time for some more coffee. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's Mansuolio. Papa Mansuolio. Any tips on how to lose love handles? Yeah. Diet right, reduce your stress, exercise, be patient as fuck for months and probably years, and keep on crushing it day in and day fucking out. You cannot spot reduce fat. You need to get your food quality in check. I recommend starting with an elimination diet, getting into yoga, getting into meditation. Start overhauling your fucking life and do it one step at a time. If you need help, check out my website. There's stuff on the blog. You might be interested in Swolenormous X. You might be interested in the support and the step-by-step process we have. It's important to have a lot of these areas covered. It can be very overwhelming, fitness in general. And it's not like going to the gym is so overwhelming, but when you listen to a podcast like this and someone like myself says, okay, you need to get your nutrition in order. You need to get your training in order. You need to be getting better sleep. You need to start meditating. You need to start practicing yoga. You're like, but that's so much stuff. You get overwhelmed. Who's going to take action on that? That's a lot of shit. I'm just answering your question so I can give you an answer, and I want to give you an honest answer. So that's overwhelming. You're not going to be able to take real action with that. There's just too many things, too many large, vague concepts that is in that statement, that one sentence. It's too vague. So that's why, rather than say all that, I just recommend going and checking out my website with Swole. That's why we created Swolenormous X. That's why it's developed the way it has, because when you have it all in one spot, you don't have to juggle it. It's all centralized and you can check these things off your list. one at a time as you build mastery with them. So I'm still mastering. Like, what is mastery? You're never going to be a master. Like, everything's perfect. It's never going to be perfect. Nutrition will never be perfect. Training will never be perfect. You're always adjusting. As I go through my life, and I've been talking about it this past week, I've changed and adjusted my process and my method of how I do recovery, what I'm focusing on. I've talked at length about how I'm biasing my training towards yoga. So you're going to adapt and change. So it's important to get involved with your training and your fitness with the intent on developing it, with the intent of going through and adjusting and treating it like a practice. Check out my website, swolenormousx.com. That will answer your question. What would I recommend to replace ketchup? I don't know. What do you like to eat? Ketchup is ketchup. You don't replace ketchup. You just eat something else besides ketchup that you find that you like. You can't stand the texture of eggs? What the fuck does that mean? Eat it. Cook them drier. Put something else in it. Mix it with some beef. Put a little pepper on it and some Celtic sea salt. Any ideas? Sure. Put something else you like on it. You don't want to eat, you want to get away with ketchup. Then cut it out. Put something else on it. Any ideas? Sure. Your mouth. Swallow it. Done. Put some spices on it. Put some salt and pepper. Salt and pepper. People put hot sauce, but there's like all this like, shit salt, and maybe people have issues with peppers and stuff. Not a question, but a thank you. I've been running the Texas method with yoga on my off days, and the yoga has been saving my joints and mobility. Thanks for turning me on to yoga. The Texas method. What's that? There's so many things out there. See what I mean about knowing everything, or it's probably some kind of lifting. Texas method. So many fucking different, so many different names for the same thing and for different things. And my God, do I want to figure out your macros? No, I do not want to figure out your macros. There's nothing to figure out. I don't know anything about you. Doesn't matter your body weight. I don't care about your body weight. Sorry, Rick. Check out the elimination diet. I got articles on my blog and many podcasts about it. Don't simplify your nutrition in that manner. Your nutrition's not a number. It's the quality. Camilla, I signed up for a half marathon in October, but so far I can only run 3 to 5 miles in one go. My husband thinks I should switch to the 5K. What do you think? I agree. The 5K is 3 miles. It's mid-August, and in October, you want to run over maybe 2 to 4 times the distance. I'm not a running expert, but that's a lot of progression and training. Is it possible? Sure. But are you going to try to compete or just complete it? I'd be very careful. You don't want to overtrain. You don't want to overdo it, especially if you're running heel to toe on concrete. You're just pounding your joints. So I think less is more. I mean, marathons aren't going anywhere. The worst thing that can happen is that you do the 5K and like, wow, that was easy. Let me push it next time. And then you push it next time. Or you do a 10K. Like, what's the rush, right? Why do you have to do a half marathon? Or you do it, or you just, I don't know. Or you fucking go balls out and you fucking get it done. You feel so accomplished because you got it done. Or you do that and you hurt yourself. So it can go both ways. Like, what's most important to you? I think longevity is more important. Hey, Papa Swolio, what exercise would you recommend to target the transverse abdominis? Draw in maneuver, suck it in, proper prone iso abs, vacuums. It's really only one way to train it for the most part. Even things like dumbbell pullovers can be great if you're focusing on it. Kelsey, what kind of training split should I follow? I have 1 year to train for an ultra marathon and I want to gain 10 pounds of muscle. Can I do both? Ultra marathon? I'm not the person to answer this question. You're trying to gain 10 pounds of muscle and train for an ultra marathon. Are you sure you really have this this figured out? Gaining muscle is not the kind of thing that you're focusing on when you're training for an ultra marathon. Can and should you do both are two different things. You should be training for your ultra marathon. Your resistance training should be to facilitate your running. And that's a lot. So a year, 10 pounds of muscle is a lot in a year. I wouldn't say that's going to be a successful thing if you're trying to gain muscle and practice for that. I wouldn't. Those sound very counterintuitive. And honestly and personally, I couldn't give less of a shit about running long distances. So that's nothing I really even consider or contemplate for training and program progression. So you'd want to talk to like a marathon or an ultra, talk to someone who does ultra marathons. I have no experience with that. Do I train abs specifically other than yoga? Not really. Sometimes I'll do some sets, but it's not like a staple in my training. I don't do a lot of focused ab training. I used to. Lately, I just don't. Sometimes I do. What advice would I give a guy who is underweight, who is self-conscious going to a gym? Get over it. Low body fat and low muscle percentage. So skinny guy. Eat more and start going. I mean, what advice? You have to do it. No one gives a shit. Everyone starts somewhere. Go with someone. Go by yourself. I would even say, I don't like saying go with someone. I don't like saying go with a partner because then you get dependent on being with someone else. Just fucking go. Just go. It's really that simple. The more you do it, the better you'll get at it. Chelsea, I've only been on the elimination diet for a week, but I already feel better. Not to mention I've lost a bunch of water weight. Thanks for the wisdom, Papa. You're welcome. I'm glad that you took it seriously. Thank you, Hillary. When Papa says to have patience with all regarding training, it's more difficult than it sounds, but it's the best advice. It's real advice. It's not sexy, though. People don't want to hear that. People don't want to hear patience. People don't want to hear like, oh, wait. Just keep on doing the same thing. Fucking grind and hustle and put all this effort in with when you don't know what result you're going to get, how it's going to turn out. Let's see here. Does a stomach vacuum really work to shrink your waistline? If you're activating your transverse abdominis, that's a muscle that naturally increases pressure in your abdominal area. So if it's tighter, stronger, it'll help compress your visceral organs around your lower and abdominal region, your lower back area. So it can help. Papa, if when you drink, what would be the alcoholic drink of your choice? Well, I got some bottles behind me. I like scotch. I really have like a little bit. So if I'll be on the porch, let me bring that question back up. So if I'll be on the porch one night and I'm having a cigar, which I have once in a while, and I'll have a little bit, but it's like a little bit that I kind of sip on. I don't drink much. How do I deal with losing that leanness when bulking? You just don't overconsume calories too much. Don't go in too much of an excess, and you won't put on as much fat or extra weight as quickly. Bulking happens slowly. A lot of people try to bulk for like 2 months. Like, I'm bulking for the summer. You get a bulk for fucking years. I'm not saying you have to, but I'm saying literally, you want to bulk, it's like fucking go bulk. Go bulk, put on size. Bulking for like 8 weeks. No, you're not bulking for 8 weeks. If you're taking anabolic steroids, you can bulk for shorter periods of time because you're enhancing everything. Cosmic Ladybug, what do you recommend to build knee strength? I sometimes suffer from knee pain. I find it hard to squat. A lot of what knee pain or a lot of what knee strength comes from is from hip stability. So strengthening your strengthening your glutes, doing fucking gluteus. Oh, hold on. I got hiccups. I got a burp. Hold on. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Podcast people. Everyone's listening in their car. Just blew out their speakers. Coffee burps, man. Perfect timing. Come on, body. Get this over with. So gluteus medius. I got hair coming in my face and it's like itching me. There's fucking hair everywhere. So knee strength, gluteus medius work, stabilizing your hip joint. So doing lateral tube walking, doing single leg squats, hip bridges, yoga is fantastic. A lot of what happens with knee issues is that you have instability in the hips. And when that happens, you have more laxity, more play, and more rubbing and pain in the knees over time. Oftentimes. Joseph, my daughter is trying to strengthen her muscles in order to do pull-ups. Is there anything she could do with dumbbells to help with that? Not really. To be honest, not really. I mean, you can do pull downs on a machine all you want. It's not necessarily going to help you for pull-ups. So you can do negatives. You can do posterior deltoid. You can do scapular depressions, doing cobras and stuff in yoga. But really, if you want to do pull-ups, practice isometric holds and negatives, doing actual push-ups, pull-ups, negatives and stuff. Papa Swolio's in such a mood, or Papa Swolio? Yeah, she's hiding from the rain. Instagram's going to cut off in like a minute or two because of time restraints. It only allows me to record for an hour. How old is she in human years? Baby girl, how old are you? Mama, how old are you? I get some scratchies. She's probably like 13 or 14. So human years was at 98, like 100. What are you, like a Benjamin? Benjamin mama? You're a good girl. My hair looks good. What's my hair routine? I wash it. I couldn't speak on what it is. Sometimes I'll use one of those conditioner cleansers because of hot yoga and stuff. And it gets all greasy. So I don't wash and condition it every day. It's too long, too much work. I don't put a lot of time into this shit. I'll follow the lead from the expert. I'm not an expert in grooming. I agree. Everyone wants a magic potion. I wasn't seeing much and I was a bit irritated. I turned 40 this year and it seemed to take a little longer, but I'm seeing results now. Patience and hard work. I do have my hair braided sometimes. My hair. Oh, it's so luscious. It's so long and it's so gorgeous. Ooh, his voice is so relaxing. You should enjoy Brain Gains. Brain Gains. Instagram's going to shut off. You can go on YouTube for the continuation. Peace out, fam. So Instagram is done. I'm not going to restart it. Done. I'm so over Instagram. I'm frustrated with how they've been promoting the live cast. It's just, I like to go live and I want everyone to know that the podcast is available, but it's a pain in the ass talking to the phone. They can't hear me. They can't see what I'm talking about here. I really wish I could just stream to Instagram. Maybe that's going to happen this year. I've been like researching it through like the grapevine. And I think somewhere there might be some kind of like update coming. I don't see why not, but that'd be much better. Tired of it. Tired of that Instagram shit. Not showing. Why are there like 10 or 15 people? Actually, everyone from Instagram is probably watching on YouTube, but it's just, they don't let anyone know when I go live. They don't let people know. I love dogs more than I do humans. Half pug, half beagle. Well, your dog has that same look. Any advice on helping an obese, almost immobile relative get healthy? Not really. I mean, you can. What do you guys all think about this? I mean, I do have advice, but it's such an individualized thing. You got to have those honest conversations. I mean, if they're obese, almost immobile, they might just feel like there's no other way out. They might have been like that their whole life. It's really hard because people around them, everyone that they love is going to have to take care of them. That's the shitty part. When you're immobile, when you're unhealthy to the point of being immobile, you make it stressful on everyone else. You're bringing down the quality of life of those around you because people have to take care of you. They have to push you around, or they have to cater to you, or they have to pay to have you taken care of. You know, getting a nurse or getting someone to come clean you or to wash you. It's like they have to want to change, but it's hard. Like, what are you going to do? Just tell them you need to change. Okay. They have to want to help themselves. I agree. It's a tough thing. It's a tough thing to answer because, like Zach says, you can't help someone that doesn't want to help themselves. They have to want to. But I think it also helps if you have that candid conversation. Like, you tell them that you can help them and we can do this together. But if they're obese and they're just eating a lot of junk and they're really addicted, they might need someone. They might need like inpatient care. They might need to be like sent somewhere or to have someone stay with them. That's what happens when you're addicted to food. You don't have control. That's what an addiction is. Yeah, the person has to want to. It has to be something from within. And some people can do that. Some people that are alcoholics can just go cold turkey, or they're smoking cigarettes. They could just stop. Some people they go back and forth and they rebound and they relapse and it's in and out and it's a whole thing. But everyone's different. Some people can really pull it off. Some people can't. It's definitely good that you want to help her. I think that's what happens with everyone that gets into, what do you all think about that? When you start, it's kind of like when someone finds something, when you're so happy because you found fitness. So if you found going to the gym, let's say, and a lot of you probably have this, you start going to the gym, you see amazing results, you feel great. Oh, I feel so good. I'm sleeping so good. I'm losing weight. I feel strong. You want to invite people that you care about to join you. You want them to, most people talk about fitness and try to encourage people, not to shame other people, but to brag about how awesome they feel, to share it with you. So you want the same thing. So the new people go, so your mother-in-law, your sister, you want them to share the same experience. That's where most people are coming from. Most people aren't saying about, oh, you should go to the gym. That most people internalize it, that this person's calling me fat, when they just really want you to feel as good as they feel because they care about you. But it's really hard conversation to have because people feel attacked. People feel attacked and judged about everything. We know that. People feel attacked and judged about everything. I think we all agree. Everyone's feeling judged and attacked these days. But you want to share that with them. And how else are you going to share it with someone if you don't say the words? Like, you have to speak the language. You have to tell people. You have to let them know. You have to communicate it. And a lot of times that's what it takes. It takes just like actual communication. And sometimes they want to listen. Sometimes they don't. What are you going to do? It's getting dark outside. I'm trying to fix the lighting. The lighting outside just drops all of a sudden. It's like, whoa, got dim in here. If you're vocal about it and you lead by example, that's a great place to start. A lot of people don't lead by example. They try to push, they try to like really encourage people. And it's like, all right, you can encourage people, you could be proactive, but you still need to allow people to come after you. Yeah, there you go, Texas Titan. YouTube is definitely way better than Instagram for sure. You get your questions up on the screen. You get the HD video. Look at these guys. Yeah. Oh. Good shit. Well, some people need more help. Some people need more in person. They need a nurse. They need a coach. They need someone in their shit. You need someone actually there making sure that you physically don't put food in your mouth. A lot of those shows that I've noticed, and I don't watch a lot of them because it's fucking pretty gross, but those 600-pound life where you have all these people and you see the family member, the husband, the wife, the boyfriend, and they're making all this food, feeding, they're facilitating this demise, this self, just suicide. They're facilitating it. They're making all the food. They're enabling the people. They're part of the problem. It's this whole cycle. They're part of the problem. People just don't want to be different. They're so addicted and they're so used to it, and they just they feel so punched out, like they come to accept the fact that, oh, I'm going to die young. It's like, you don't have to. You don't have to. You can make a difference. You can change that. You don't have to just go down the fucking shitter with it. just go down with the ship. You don't have to just subject yourself to that. You can be proactive. With all the fuck nuggets, snowflakes, and idiots who support healthy, we're producing the human race will be on the road to extinction in 100 years. Maybe. Or maybe we're just going to be like an evolved species that is just like designed to sit down. Our spines, we're all going to be just designed to be in chairs. Yeah, when you're so overweight and so obese that you just can't take care of yourself, it just spreads. It's a web. So when you're in shape or you're promoting health or you're eating well, that can spread into your community, right? Like, so I'm talking about health and fitness and training and eating better, and it's spreading to all of you, and you're listening and you're telling your friends and your family and you're implementing in your life. So it's like a positive domino effect. When you're the opposite, when you're just like a pit of despair and you're negative and you're, wallowing in your own self-pity and you're just, being a drag on people's lives, that's the negative. That's the opposite effect. And most people have that negativity in their life, and social media can help, but also can hurt. I have an obese sister who has lost all hope in limited mobility, but let me tell you something, I will not be caring for her if she becomes immobile. It's tough when you have people in your life that you love and that you want to see better that just let themselves go. And if they lose hope, how do you give someone hope back? I don't know. It's a real challenge, but it's really stressful on the people around those that are in that position. My sister and mom and me all started our weight loss and health journey. We all lost weight, started exercising, and are all feeling so much better now. There you go. H. Tompkins, how to build confidence in my life. My best friend's currently in a meltdown. I don't know what to do anymore. SOS. Confidence for you? Your best friend is currently in a meltdown? Is this for you or for your best friend? Or for you and you're just saying it's for your best friend? What don't you know what to do anymore? Need a little help here. Would love to give you some kind of like advice. How to build confidence? Are you exercising and eating better? That's one of the best things that we don't talk about enough at the gym. With fitness is your confidence. Your self-confidence is going to go through the roof when you're training. You're going to feel so good when you go to the gym. You're going to feel so fucking good going to the gym. It'll give you so much more confidence when you're pushing yourself and you're overcoming obstacles and you're overcoming challenges and you're forcing repetitions and you're pushing yourself through that breaking point and to that failure point, and you're recovering and you're getting shit done. You build discipline. It's really powerful, and most people don't really discuss that. It's all about abs or weight loss. It's all about all those other things, all the superficial things that you can't, that you can quantify, or you want to see right away. Okay, what do I see right away? What's the result I see? I want to weigh 150. I weigh 165, but I want to weigh 150. Well, why? Come on, fam. But confidence from fitness, for sure. The Q&Anus. Have I ever seen a 500-pound morbidly obese person? Have I? Sure. I see them, and they're on fucking TV now too, but I see them. They're just immobile. They do exist. They just can't fucking leave the house. She's so seepies. She's a seepies. Mama. Yes, look at you. Look at that. Look at the feet. Look at the feet forward. Look at that full forward fold. Look at those legs. Her legs are straight. Yeah, get that shit. There you go. Good girl. That's funny. Silly gamer, do you have something for insulin resistance in Swolenormous X? Are you type 2 diabetic? The elimination diet will help guide you in the right direction. I don't know what you mean specifically for insulin resistance. You're going to have to send us an email if you have a specific question. How are some people getting multiple questions answered and mine aren't being seen? What have you asked? I haven't seen your... I don't know. Keep asking. Like, the scroll goes fast. You just literally asked a question about asking a question. So I just showed you on the screen, so you just wasted your opportunity. Nice. So swing and a miss there. Don't ask to ask, just ask. And if I see it, I'll get to it. Papa, how essential is stretching after a workout, after a lift or HIIT training? If so, for how long? Right after? I personally don't right after, immediately after. If anything, foam rolling. But there's internal tension that your body builds up. I like to let that dissipate or to work it out manually before just trying to lengthen it. Because if there's tension build up and there's a lot of... I guess for lack of a better word right now because my brain's farting, but for all that built up tension when you're doing resistance training, because you have an external force and your body has to build up tension inside the body, inside the muscles in order to overcome that external force. And after a whole session of that, just to go and lengthen and try to pull it apart, you want to allow it to relax. You want to allow the sympathetic nervous system to really, inhibit and kind of switch over and allow you to get deeper into that. So doing foam rolling and stuff is probably a better idea after or in that short time period after, but then doing stretching or yoga or something later on is my personal preference. I like that better than trying to stretch right after. You've been repeating for an hour. Well, you're Prowler. You keep on asking no questions and commenting. I'm seeing something now, but you're not asking a question. So I'll probably miss your question because you took a couple times to not ask it again. I have type 1 diabetes and have never heard of insulin resistance. So you've never heard of type 2 diabetes. Interesting. What size foam roller would you recommend for a beginner? Size? It's not about the size, it's about the density. So softer for a beginner, but even the denser foam, you'll get used to it. Either one's going to feel uncomfortable at first, but then you get used to it. The more you do it, it'll take about a week or so for you to really start feeling less resistance. Yeah, we're about to wrap this up. So Prowler lost the opportunity several times to get the question answered. Spent the time complaining about not getting the question answered. So if you have that, you can wrap that up. If I catch it before we sign off, because right now we're wrapping up, but I will be doing some announcements. So Prowler, last chance. For those of you that are new to the podcast, make sure you hit subscribe. The best place to catch the live stream every day is right here on YouTube at Daily Swole Podcast. Brand new video is up on the main channel, Swolenormous, on YouTube. Go check that out. And tomorrow, those of you that are Daily Swole Club members and Swolenormous X members, tomorrow, Monday, 12 noon Eastern time, we have our weekly accountability meeting, and I will be announcing some new releases in Swolenormous X. So do not miss it tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern time. Big releases and also accountability check-in for the week. So weekly accountability meeting tomorrow, again, 12 noon Eastern time for Daily Swole Club members and for Swolenormous X members. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me for episode 1192 of the most muscular Swolecast, Beardcast, Broadcast, Gangcast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleevescast, and Slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. I'll see you tomorrow for episode 1193. Peace, McGee's fam. Deuce Magoose, your boy, Papa Swolio. Out.